The button is clicked and we are recording. Oh my god. Here we are. So, we're still missing a few people, so we'll find out if they make it or not. But I was never warned anything, so we're going to do it. Plus, I'm in a good mood. So, okay. So, anybody have anything you want to say before we get this thing going?
Not really.
Nope. Everybody's good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's bump us on over to my recap page. I have my glasses, so I should be able to read it this time. The final death. Probably second to the last chapter. Why is there dust on my thing? Whatever. Ugh. Come over here, blanket. There we go. Even the immortal kindred don't last forever. Sunlight, fire, decapitation. There are ways to destroy them. The spines of the cactus, in their 21 years of unlife, have experienced more horror than most kindred twice their age. From the cold-blooded murder of a stripper behind Noche Vita, to being trapped in an RV trailer while their friend's hand was cut off, and to the torture of Craig and the rescue of Emily. What they haven't experienced so far is the true loss of someone close to them. But death comes for everyone, even the monsters of the night, and this is the story of how the spines of the cactus were forced to learn that the dead can die again, that they do die again, that the final death is indeed something to fear. The night is a dangerous place with enemies in every shadow. Sometimes they even look like friends. Nowhere is safe. Danger is all around you. War has come to the kindred of El Paso. While the kindred slept, the Sabbat made their preparations, assumably through the use of human thralls. Blood-starved, frenzied, newly turned Cainites were placed in strategic areas, and when the sun went down, they woke and they did the only thing anyone could expect them to do. They came out of the ground in 3 different construction sites across the city. They were delivered by truck to 2 Walmart supercenters, and 3 cars with the frenzied monsters in the trunks were parked outside the motel where the spines of the cactus had been doing their business. The spines took care of the ones at the motel and hurried to help where they could. Emily reported the different locations where the shovelheads were hunting, and Prince James, in a battle of his own, told the spines to help wherever they could. The watchman ended up downtown, at one of the construction sites. Jessica's ability to sense the unseen starts to play tricks on her. Weird creatures were feeding from the panicked humans. Others were taking control of humans and piloting them like a vehicle, and a great dark cloud of energy and tentacles hovered overhead. But there was nothing they could do about her visions, so they went to work on what they could. The shovelheads were easy to track and hunt down, but things changed when they ran into Antoine and Lorraine Salazar. The Sabbat were indeed directing the shovelheads, just as things were about to turn violent. A howl comes from close by, a lupine howl. The Salazars and the spines of the cactus go their separate ways. As the spines make it back to the car, they join up with the Banu Hakim, Mahira Basha and her sire Iskander. They also get a text from Emily that both Noche Vita and James's house are under attack, probably the main targets. The spines already knew about James, so they head to Noche Vita, but when they arrive, the club is on fire. Police and fire departments have already arrived. The building was so engulfed in flames that there wasn't much they could do. And then they got another text from Emily saying that Goldman was on his way to James's house. So the spines decided that that was their next move too. Iskander stays behind. No one knows why, but Mahira continues with them. And that's where you are. In the car. On your way to James's house. Who's driving?
I think I'm
not the right car, but I'm just going to put you here so that we have a picture of the fucking car. You guys are not in a limo. Okay, who did you say is driving?
I think it might be Jessica.
You think Jessica's driving? Okay.
I know I'm not because I took a shot when we sped off.
Okay. Yeah. So, Jessica's driving. You guys have about 15 to 20 minutes it's going to take you to get to James's house. So if you want to do any conversations, including with Mahira, you can do so. Ew, there's soap in my straw. Some asshole didn't clean it very good. I blame Lynn.
Is Lynn talking? It's hard to tell because it's
If
breaking up
she
a
is,
lot.
I'm not hearing anything.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Now I hear you. Yeah.
It's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had it far away, or farther away, so I guess.
Okay.
Um, first of all, I did nothing to your straw,
Yeah, I'm sure you
but
put soap in there.
I would if I were at your house, probably, because that'd been funny. But, Mila, I guess, will probably ask, Mahira, like, I guess, like, what are y'all doing here?
Okay. I have a picture for Mahira. Let me pull it.
I'm
It
trying
should.
to think of. I guess I'll just say that.
Where's my vampire NPCs? Vampire NPCs. All right. This has Iskander in the back, so just he's not here. So whatever. Now we have a picture to help us remember that she is here. I put this picture also on a couple of the planned encounters for later. Okay. Same as you. City's under attack. So now we are headed to James. She says.
Yes. As of right now, yes. Or, as of right now, yes.
Okay. She pulls out this long knife, like a short sword. It's a slashing short sword knife with a kind of a curved edge. And she's just looking at it and kind of putting herself into a frame of mind.
Okay.
You guys didn't encounter the lupines? I assume you
No.
did not.
Did you?
No. We managed to stay hidden from them. But downtown is not a safe place for our kind tonight. I think we can trust the lupines will take care of the Sabbat there.
I don't know if this is if you would know anything, but Jessica was saying that she could see like a what was it called?
The scrab?
Yeah,
Is that
she
what it
could see
was?
like crab, like a I can't even. I guess like an so like a scorpion type of thing.
Oh, I don't. No. I don't have any idea what you're talking about. Malkavians see
Oh
things sometimes.
yeah, I know, and I know sometimes it's a question of whether they're seeing what they're seeing or they're not.
Sometimes what they're seeing is just symbolism.
Okay. So, but I mean, she said that
Something
they
meant
were
for them
being,
to interpret.
it seemed like the people we were, the people that were killing were being controlled by that thing.
Well,
So there was a thing, you know,
hmm,
um, I just don't,
I
she
don't
said
know.
she's not.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
But now wouldn't be the time to investigate
Mm-mm.
with the werewolves there. Jessica just runs a red light. Who's sitting in front with her?
Um, I'm assuming I would probably sit in the back with Bagheera.
Okay.
So maybe Jack wants to be up there, or
I can be in the front passenger.
Yep, she just goes right through this red light.
Was it a?
There's not a lot of traffic because everybody, the street's kind of in, the city's in panic and a lot of people are home. But there is one blaring horn that goes off. She doesn't have any reaction to it at all.
Oh, she doesn't. Okay. Jessica, you good?
She doesn't seem to have any reaction to you at all. She is curving the car with the curves of the road, at least. She's not just driving perfectly straight, and she is keeping the car
I
in
give
motion.
I give her a shake on the shoulder while like looking forward and back towards her to make sure she's not about to run us
She
off the road.
glances over at you with glazed over eyes and says, "Always changing, always different. Never together, never, never." And then she looks back on the street again. And she mumbles it under her breath in a whisper. "Always changing, always different. Never together, never, never. Always changing, always different. Never together, never, never."
That's bad.
And then she wakes up. Like, she gives herself a start. And she wakes up. Whoa, that was weird.
is this loud?
Cavians.
Was this conversation loud enough for us to hear or no?
Her mumbling wasn't. Everything Jack
Okay.
said to her should have been. You might have heard her mumbling.
I'll look at Jack. Is everything okay?
I don't know. Malkavians. They seem
Mal-
to have a lot of problems routinely.
True.
Maybe I should drive, Bright says. Bright suggests.
Yes, and then
No, I got it, Jessica says. But yeah, I mean, make a persuasion roll. See if you could get Jessica to pull over and let Bright drive.
Okay. Now, look, Jessica.
Charisma and persuasion, and yeah, go ahead and give your speech.
Now, look, Jessica. If your vision is showing you different things, then we don't need you to be focusing on the road. We need you to be able to be in a passenger seat where you don't have to focus on driving so that you can be looking at our surroundings and making sure that we're safe, okay?
I'm fine, I don't see anything. What'd you get?
Hell,
You don't have very good persuasion.
not at all.
What? You didn't roll?
Can I try to?
You didn't roll a trait with it. Roll charisma with it. What's your charisma?
1. I have no persuasion.
Oh, okay. So you did do that. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could try to roll manipulation. I'd have to change my tact on how I went about that, I would suppose.
Yeah. Go ahead and try again with manipulation and.
Alright, so I'm just gonna think for a second. Craft a lie.
I think it's still persuasion though, but you can roll manipulation instead.
Well,
if you want to try and give her a command, you can roll leadership instead. If you want to try and do it in a take charge kind of sense.
I didn't even realize that was a thing. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Look, Jessica, it doesn't matter. This is a situation where we're going to have to be ready for anything, okay? Now, I'm making the call right now. We need to switch drivers.
Alright, do that. Maybe we should still be charisma, but I'll let you do manipulation.
No, I did charisma.
Okay.
I did charisma leadership.
Okay, yeah, you got 2. Okay. And she pulls over and gets out, and Bright gets in. Okay, and you guys are on the way again. Safely confident that Bright can drive and not get distracted by sparkle unicorns or whatever the fuck. So Mahira reaches her hand out and kind of grabs Jessica by the chin and is just tilting her head and looking at her. Are you okay? And Jessica kind of, I saw something, but I don't know. I don't know what it was. Voices. A voice, rather. And you guys get to Jack's house. Boom. James' house, not Jack's house. James's
Yeah, I was about
house.
to say what?
There we go. Too many J names. James's house. Okay. So, even though you guys did not come in the limousine, there is a limousine here. The windows are broken, but it's quiet.
Quiet?
In fact, the whole neighborhood is quiet.
That's bad.
Are the lights on?
Just inside, there's a light that seems to be flickering.
Or like street lights and stuff are fine?
Street lights are on outside, yes. Well, Bright says, I guess, let's find out what the deal is. Gets out the car.
Or gets up to-
Mahira gets out. She sheathes her knife, sword knife, and then turns invisible. Let's see if she gets hungry. No, she's okay. But you guys lose focus on her, lose sight of her.
Okay. I am not going visible yet.
I'm gonna activate Daunt so that it's just.
What'd you say?
Said I'm gonna activate Daunt so that
Okay.
it's on.
Cool. I don't think there's a rouse check for that.
It doesn't say so.
Because it's a level 1 power. Most level
Yeah,
1
yeah,
powers
yeah.
don't have a rouse check. Okay. And what do you guys do? You head up to the front door, go around the side. What do you do? Go in through a broken window.
So all the lights are out.
There's a light flickering inside.
Me say
What?
we don't hear anything at all.
No, it's quiet.
What about is Jimmy? He's with us too, right? Or no?
Yeah, I'm with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have good hearing just going, or you have to change that?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, what'd you say? You come off just a little bit mumbled.
Oh, I was saying, does he have good hearing, like in his normal form, or does he have to be wolf to have better hearing?
He's got awareness 1.
Yeah, he needs to be in wolf to have any kind of enhanced senses.
So he would hear anything we're not hearing. Okay.
No.
All right. That's not helpful, then.
I believe Jessica and Hector both have 3 points in awareness. They're here too. They don't hear anything.
I know, but I was just thinking specifically, like,
No.
you know.
No, without turning into a wolf, he still has human level everything. He can turn his eyes so that he can see in the dark.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, so most of the lights, the windows are dark, right, inside?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So can I turn on my my eyes of the beast to see, just to get closer and like walk past the windows?
So his eyes start glowing. What was it? Green, red? It was something. They started glowing something.
I thought yellow.
Maybe it was. I don't know. You can look.
In my
it up.
head, it's always been yellow.
Look for it in the animalism. Anyway, his eyes start glowing something, and he can see in the dark, in the low light. Okay, so what's the plan?
Uh,
Well, do I see anything? Well, as I'm.
No, you see everything better, but still nothing is standing out.
I have 3 in awareness too. That's what I was looking at. I was like, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I have a lot of awareness.
Yeah, whoever has the best awareness, go ahead and make wits awareness.
With awareness, I'm okay. I'll do that. Awareness. Wait.
Awareness is. I've got 6 dice.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, I would have 5 dice. Pretty good.
Messy critical.
How did I get 7? Oh, zeros.
Yeah, the zeros count as 4. Yeah, you got 7.
Dang.
We're not going to worry about the messy critical right now. It's kind of difficult to. I mean, usually we would just give you like a, whatever they're called.
Compulsion?
Yeah, compulsion. We're not going to worry about that. But no, you're not. I guess with 7, as you guys go heading up a little bit closer to the door, you do hear a really light thump coming from inside. It's not on the door, but you think you're hearing a repeated light thump.
I just tune my hearing and then just.
It's coming from inside, you're pretty sure.
Okay. Fortunately, that doesn't really give us any information other than there's probably something. Not to say alive, but something moving in there of some kind. So, I don't think. My gut says the front door is a bad idea, and we should try to go through the side door.
Okay.
Right there it is.
Okay.
All right. So,
Yeah, you find the side door. It leads into the kitchen.
is the door open or closed?
It is open, and everything
Open.
inside is a mess. Do you guys go in?
Yeah, just I guess
Okay.
sort of in a.
You're
In the
actually in the
stack.
kitchen, so I mean the actual appearance it doesn't really matter. Plus, it doesn't look like that anyway. Everything is messed up. There was panicked and people running and gunfire, and you know, like I said, the lights are flickering. The lights are out, but kind of still flickering. And then there are gun holes all over the place. There's all the furniture has been overturned. You step in a pile of sand with some clothes in it, or dust with some clothes in it, and then then you're like, well, shit happened here. But everything is still quiet except in another room. You hear this thump, and now everybody can hear it.
So, is this does the kitchen only have one I guess connector, like where
Yeah.
there's only one place to go from the kitchen, or does it have multiple locations it can
No, it just
branch into?
it just goes. Oh, it might go outside too. Yeah, it has because you guys came in from the side, so it also has a door that leads into the backyard, and then it has the main going into the main hall of the room, which is where
Right.
the front door leads to also.
To
This is a
this I would have
huge
already had my
house, by the
pistol.
way. This
Yeah.
is like ever since James moved in here, this has become kind of the West Side party house where all the college students go on Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Party
already
little
have my
house.
gun drawn, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna gesture to everybody to, you know, uh, finger up to lips, everybody quiet, obviously, and then I'm gonna get tight against one of the walls so I can just try to peer down that hallway corner, just like into the next room, sort of try to cut the corner, see if I see anything.
I mean, the whole house is just a mess. You do see a body, an actual body, not just clothes with some dust in it, and and there's a staircase that goes up, and then there's a big, going to the backyard, there's a big open, like sliding glass door, and it's open. You can tell from the movement of the curtains and the wind. It might be broken, but it is open. And then you hear the thump. It's coming from over near the stairwell that leads up. But it doesn't sound like it's coming from upstairs. Just over by the stairwell in the dark.
Can I shift over to the open screen door that goes to the backyard just to peek out there?
It's a big yard. And you see some you see some movement in the it's a big yard, and it has a rose garden. Of course, it has a rose garden. And there's some movement in the rose garden.
Oh.
You also, I guess, this close, you're gonna hear, especially if we continue with your 7 successes. You're hearing some voices. People are talking from over there. Occasionally, there's a raised voice, but for the most part, it doesn't sound like yelling.
From the rose bushes.
From the rose garden, yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
I look. Oh, sorry, I cut you off. Were you gonna say something, Mila?
Oh no, sorry.
Okay, I was gonna gesture to the group, like, head over, look at those people, some people outside. I know that there's someone in there, but I have a better feeling about the people outside, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Though, if we head out there, they're gonna immediately see us.
It could be James, though, no?
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it is, house was attacked, and if they were, there's different ways it could shake down, but I don't imagine James would be on the first floor just hanging out. I feel like it's possible that they may have been pushed out of the building, but like haven't left yet.
Maybe. But James does a lot of, like, meeting with people in his rose garden, too.
Yeah.
It could very well be him.
Let's see if we can try to get the
Jessica
jump on these
glances
people.
towards the stairwell and the noise, and she says, in kind of a hushed tone, but not a whisper, she says, always changing, always different, never together, never, never.
What?
Okay.
Are there werewolves upstairs?
You listen for werewolves, or you call and ask? Like, hey, is there any werewolves upstairs?
Oh no! Can I smell to just like use my awareness to, because I have a specialty in smell. Let me double check. I believe I have a specialty of smell, and maybe I can see if there's anything like lupine around or candid or anything.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Make
So
wits and perception. You can add 1 die.
Wits and perception.
Wits and awareness.
Okay.
Weird that they have an awareness and a perception skill different from each other.
Yeah, there's no. They removed perception from this, and they added awareness as a skill. In the old versions, perception was an attribute instead of resolve. Your 3 mental attributes were intelligence, wits, and perception.
I guess they and also didn't it like split it with research too, or was research always a skill or investigation?
Investigation was a skill. Yeah.
Oh.
3 successes. Yeah, you smell gunpowder, gunshots went off in here, several. That's about what you smell. You smell blood. What else do you smell? You probably smell some Duke, because the guy that died probably duked his pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about when you don't smell any werewolves.
Well, that's something.
The room that the thump is coming from, we could tell what room it's coming from, or
It's coming
we're
from down the hall near the staircase, the stairwell that goes up to the second floor.
and it's in a room with a closed door.
No, you don't think so. Not from the sound of the thump.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go invisible and just see if I can go peek at what that is
Okay,
real quick. So
make your rouse
let me.
check.
Mm,
In that case, I'm just gonna keep an eye out on the backyard. I'm just gonna be like posted up by the backyard door, just making sure no one's coming at us from behind.
uh, okay.
And if we could position Hector at that hallway entrance, like so,
Okay.
like at that entrance from the hallway into the kitchen, so that he's ready if someone comes in.
Dang, got hungry.
You got hungry.
I got hungry.
Okay. And you sneaky your way over there without anybody noticing because you're unnoticeable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am trying to be as. Oh, I have. Oh no, I don't. Trying to be as quiet as possible.
Okay. And you hear the thumping.
Okay, I'm
And
just
it
walking.
is dark. It's dark like this around the stairwell. And
Oh,
the
shit.
thumping is next to the stairwell. And it's louder as you approaches.
But I can't see, right?
I mean, you can kind of see a little bit. Anyway, you get right up on him and you find Aaron Hopkins, and he is banging his head against the wall and mumbling to himself.
Is he mumbling the same
Always
thing?
changing, always different, never together, never, never. Always changing, always different, never together, never, never. Lost my sire, lost my childer, never together, never, never. He just keeps bumping his head up against the wall.
I'm gonna shake him and just say, Aaron.
He pulls himself away and then keeps going back. He shrugs out of your hands.
Alright, I'm gonna leave him and go back to Jack.
Okay.
You see,
It's Aaron Hopkins.
thank God.
And he's banging his head. He's saying the same thing that Jessica keeps saying, but he said that he lost his sire and he lost his childer.
His sire is Drago, right?
With that
Yeah.
guy, that funny dude, right?
Dragos,
Yeah.
according to Hopkins, Dragos
That's what I-
killed his sire and then
Oh, that's
adopted
right.
him.
Oh. Okay, so we don't know if he means Dragos or not necessarily. And his childer,
He has a
could've-
lot.
He has two.
yeah,
Or a few.
but he has the girl that paints, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that's nose is always in the book.
Uh-huh.
I think he's a doctor.
Yeah. Are those his two children?
Yep.
Childers, whatever?
Dr. Walter
Jessica.
Triton and what's the girl's name?
And the painter girl. And then
Melissa.
Jessica.
And Jessica. Yeah, he's got 3 children. Jessica.
Well, we know Jessica's not dead, so
So it's either one or both of the others.
or someone that we haven't met before.
Yep, true.
Because
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, well, since Jessica's not here, she is in a daze. And she's mumbling the same thing. He's mumbling word for word. I mean, if anybody goes and listens to both of them standing in between,
He's
it's
saying
like they
lost
have
my
a psychic connection, and she is saying everything he says like a speaker.
So she's saying lost my sire, lost my childer.
She is now.
Okay, so it's possible They're both channeling somebody else, even then.
It's possible.
Oh, hold on. And the door is loud.
Or it's symbolic because you did say that it can be that it's not a, what do you call it, literal. A lot of times it's symbolic and it's something else.
That's what Mahira said in the car like 20
I
minutes
can't
ago.
remember her name.
Yeah. I can put it. Which room do I have you guys on? Aaron Hopkins' room? Let's put you back in there. Text.
If that's him, then why don't we go check out the people that we know are in the Rose Garden? Did Mila lose her invisibility when she shook Aaron and talked to him?
Yeah,
I would think
didn't
so.
she?
I would think she did, but
I'm just wondering because if you were so invisible, it'd be great for you to see who's in the garden.
well, I
No,
mean, I
Mila
could,
is. She's not invisible anymore. She shook him. She tried to draw
but
her attention.
if
So
there wasn't a human there that's freshly dead that I could feed from, I will.
he is.
I just don't want to get more
Yeah.
hungry because
Okay.
I'm.
He is. I mean, how he was. He was killed like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, that's probably not good. I would.
Yeah, I don't think that's good.
Okay,
It would have to
then
be
I'm not.
like 5 minutes. So no,
Yeah.
he's not. He's already cold.
Okay. I mean, I can go invisible again, but I'm pretty hungry.
Don't risk
That,
it.
Is
yeah,
there
getting more. I don't want to risk it unless we have to.
Feed off Aaron.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. Do we want to try and see who's in out back?
is there like any is there any other place we can go to look down into the rose garden? Like, is there another, like, is there a
Maybe
second
go
story that
upstairs.
goes around? Okay, then yeah, Craig will go upstairs just to get a better look.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh.
wait, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. Gonna grab Craig by the arm. Hold on. Nobody
Okay.
goes anywhere by themselves, just impromptu, right? We have to be orderly with this. We have to stick to a plan.
Brighton
Okay?
remembers that he's here and taps himself on the chest. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, he's always got Bright with him.
That being said, you're probably right. We don't want to go into the garden and someone be upstairs and have an advantage point on us. But just take a step back. Me and Hector can lead.
Alrighty.
I've got basically Hector in front of me, just him in his combat stance ready, and I've basically got my 1911 drawn and like basically right over his shoulder or to his side,
Mm-hmm.
right behind him as we start moving up the stairs.
Okay, let me pull the stairs page back. Boom. Just, I mean, I've went and found the picture. Might as well use it. Okay. As you guys are taking steps on the stairs, anybody with 2 points or more in awareness notice that you are walking through sand and dust.
Hmm.
Just in the first couple of steps, 3 feet away from Aaron Hopkins, bumping his head against the wall.
Stairway must have been a kill box. I was trying to go higher up. Let's get through it quick.
Okay, and you guys make your way up. I don't really have anything for upstairs. We'll just keep with this picture. I will put away Aaron Hopkins' pics. Okay. So, yeah, Upstairs, there's a hallway and bedrooms and bathroom. It's a nice big house. It's got like 12 bedrooms.
It's from hell. Is the hallway? How well can we see right now?
Yeah, let's see. Occasionally a light is on, but for the most part they're out or they're flickering.
Does Craig notice anything? Because he's got still has his. I don't think he turned off his eyesight. His barrel.
Oh, okay.
Do what you would.
Aaron Hopkins is sitting in just this huge pile of dust, and the clothes of both Melissa and Dr. Walter are in that dust. He has blood on him, and yeah, and he's just pounding his head against the wall and mumbling.
Wait, they're on the pile of dust, or they're part of the pile of dust?
They're part of the pile of dust.
Oh.
Too bad Jessica's not here. So she is in a daze. Just
And
standing there.
Jimmy, he's the only one that can see it, right? Craig, sorry, I can call him Craig.
Yeah,
Craig.
because he can see in the dark.
Okay.
I mean, you guys noticed some dust as you started up the stairs, but
Right, but we couldn't see the. Okay.
So. Sorry, I remember Melissa, but the last I just took an alcohol. Sorry, Melissa and what was the doc? Is it Doc?
Dr. Walter Triton.
And then he kind of like he whispers over to. He leans back and he whispers to Jack and Marla. He's like, they got Melissa and Doctor and Triton. Doc Triton.
Yeah, Dr. Triton.
Triton.
It's endangering them somehow.
Okay.
They shouldn't have been here.
Nope.
Need to clear the upstairs, though.
Yeah.
One room at a time. Some people go in, someone else needs to post up outside.
Okay.
Me and
I do. We can just start searching room by room, like, but stay tight as a group, not split up into multiple groups.
I mean, a couple of bedrooms are more messed up than others, but none of them have been left pristine. There were people in here that fled.
Mm.
And you also you find a couple of other bodies. You find a couple of the black suited bodies of James's, James's normal bodyguard wear a black suit. So you find a couple of them. You find the body of I can't remember his name. Let me go look.
Not the old guy.
The old guy, but he is a withered skeleton in his black suit.
But can we tell it's him or no?
Yeah, you probably can't.
Okay.
Maybe only if he wore distinct clothing items.
Yeah, or if you take a really close look at him.
we can search for an ID. Like we can search for IDs too.
Yeah, if you want to
But
do
he
that, you
doesn't-
can search for IDs in these people. If you really care who these guards were. Mm-hmm. You also find some like bodies of like street gang guys. Just street cholos. You find several bodies of those up here.
We had part of the attack.
They're close to the stairwell, like they were coming up the stairs, and they got shot.
If we search the whole second floor,
Okay, as you guys are going through the second floor, you don't really find anything. You do find some windows that look out over both the front yard and the backyard, so you can look out over the rose garden.
I would
But
bring
the biggest
Krieg up to the
deal of
window,
what's
see if he
happening
can see it.
as you guys are up here is Jessica's words are changing as she's mumbling, as she's muttering. So, always changing, always different, never together, never, never. I lost my power. I lost it. It's gone. My family's gone. My sire's gone. My child are gone. I lost my power. You can get it back. I lost my power. You can get it back. How do I get it back? Kill everyone. And that's when Jessica wakes up.
Are you okay?
The knocking downstairs has stopped.
Oh shit. I'm gonna go invisible
Okay.
and go kill him if I can. Hold on, let me rouse check. He might kill me. We'll see what happens. I'm not risking things.
Also want to bring Krieg up to the window so he can see if he,
Okay.
with his night vision.
Yeah,
can
you bring
see.
Craig up to the window to look out back.
Yeah, to look at the rose garden, see if he can identify.
You can see some people out there too, even with your vision. It's just in the moonlight and the street lights from being outside. But yeah, Craig can see it clearly. I can give you a quick glance of who is there. So,
Shoot, we went the wrong way.
Prince James, Prince Goldman, James's sheriff Alex, Goldman's herald Eric Masters, who that was his limo. Cynthia Villarreal. Prince Goldman, behind him are 5 security guards that have security written on their back. And Prince James has 2 of his black suit guys, but one of them is hurt and the other one is tending to him. And the 5 of them are talking. They're discussing things. And there seems to be a lot of, just from your ability to read people from this distance, it looks like there's a lot of blame and anger being thrown around, but they're not yelling. But they don't seem to be happy with each other. And Cynthia and Eric Masters seem to be taking a like an intermediary stand where they're trying to keep the 2 princes from figuring out who's going to be the prince. Okay.
So like
let's
when
go
you
back
say
here.
they're not happy with each other, do you mean like they're just
I mean, like
glaring, or
they're
like...
not yelling, but their body language has some aggressive motions, and they're like pointing at each other. Yeah, they're not happy.
So they're just holding themselves back barely.
They're holding themselves back.
Yeah, and so Craig's gonna be like, it's the two princes, and they're it looks like they're about to go at each other. Like they're not right now, but barely. It's Goldman and Prince and James.
Part of me wants to take out my flashlight and like flash it at them just to like signal. But they won't have any idea who it is or what it'll mean.
Right.
I turn to the group, like just internal dialogue. Okay, we've got 2 options here. We finish the search of this building, or we head down to the Rose Garden now.
I think Mila is heading down the stairs to look at Aaron, or did she stay?
Yeah, she
No,
should do that.
the moment that happened and his head stopped, I went invisible and I'm going slowly down the stairs to see if
Okay.
he's coming up or is he going out to the rose garden.
He is standing up and stretching, cracking his neck and popping it, dusting himself off. And he gets this big smile on his face that matches anything the Joker could have pulled out of DC Comics.
Oh,
I feel like myself again. Finally. All this fucking family crap. Ugh, just have one more of them to remove and I'll be free.
oh hell no. Am I close enough that I can? Is he distracted enough that I can get up to him and stab him, or is
Yep,
it
go
too
for it.
dark for me to see?
No, I mean, you're invisible. He's not noticing you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a stealth roll.
Is he like in a what's he like in a corner?
Yeah,
So where I can't
he's in a
find
corner underneath the stairwell as it goes around, but he's standing up and stretching and coming out of it. So yeah, fuck
but
it.
I can't
Just fucking stab him.
can I get behind him?
Can you get behind him? Not really.
Yeah. Okay.
If you drop off the stairs, you can get behind him, but you're gonna make sound. Well, you do. Do you have cat's grace?
I do have cat's grace, yeah.
Okay, I'll let you not make a sound if you get 2 successes on a dexterity and athletics roll.
Oh shit. I don't know if I want to do that. Would it be best
Let's
for
make
me
it one success.
on the athletics and dex?
Yeah,
Okay.
this game doesn't have acrobatics, right? It uses athletics for
No,
that.
it doesn't.
Alright.
Yeah, it doesn't need to since you just pick strength or dex to go with it. Yeah. So as long as you get 1, then you'll land quiet, like a cat. Or you could completely fuck up.
I sure the hell can.
Okay.
Bestial failure. Let's go.
Bestial failure.
I can will or I can't.
I can't even remember what bestial failure's doing. We do dice so fucking rarely. Anybody remember what bestial failure does?
Doesn't
It's
that
like a
mean you're
compulsion failure, right?
I think it could do a compulsion. Let me look it up real quick. This will be fun. We'll look it up and we'll see what kind of horrible things happen.
Maybe it'll just make me want to kill him.
well,
Well, it's not there. Let's look under failure.
I googled it.
Okay, tell me what it says.
Bestial failure. A bestial failure is a role where at least one hunger shows the character fails due to the beast excessively manifesting or causes a beast to react. When this happens, a compulsion is gained. In very few cases, your character might lose a dot or an advantage.
Okay, we'll just give you a compulsion then. Plus,
So
he
is
hears
it
you.
it's like the serial killer type of compulsion, or
Yeah, it's gonna be something. I don't have the compulsion for your.
because when I had it before, that's what it was. I needed to kill somebody.
Yeah, that's probably what it is then. Yep.
Okay.
You need to kill somebody, which works out. But he turns around, he hears you. You've lost your invisible. You made sound and draw attention to yourself. So he turns around, you make a little dodge, and you guys are in combat next round. Which I guess we might as well go ahead and do now. Okay, so he's gonna do brawl, and you're gonna do whatever you do. Do I even have fucking stats for this guy? Arcadian.
I don't know. I don't.
Okay. Dexterity and brawl.
I mean, I'm still gonna attempt to stop him.
Yep, that is melee and dexterity.
Okay, I was like,
if you
that's
get
really
more successes than he does, then you hit him, which shouldn't be too hard because he sucks.
And how is it to rouse your blood? Do you have to like think about it? Like it's something you
rouse your blood, and then you get to add 2 dice to whatever roll you're making.
Okay, and you just do a rouse check for that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just for the one action, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I taught you guys wrong originally. I have no idea where I got that from.
Hold on. I was doing it on my phone, but I'm putting it on the computer real quick. It's almost there.
This whole scene would have been a whole lot better if we had a Jessica around. But I think I managed to handicap her and still have it work.
Yeah, I think you did. Okay, so I'm doing dexterity and what? Melee?
Melee.
Melee and dex.
3 to his 0. Plus he gets a compulsion.
Oh, goody.
He's already pretty compulsion, so I'm not going to worry about it. He's all fucked up right now already. So you get 3, and then you add 2 from your knife, right? Or is it 1? What? You don't know?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you asked something.
What's the damage add from your knife?
Oh.
Is it 1 or 2?
I want to say 2. What is it under this? No.
It'll be on my DM screen page here.
I don't know which has my
Okay, I'll find it. Just a second.
weapons.
Weapon. Light piercing. Switchblade. That's +2.
Okay. Oh, here it is under equipment too. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 2. Heavy is broadsword. That's +3. The switchblade is 2, so it's 2.
Okay.
Okay, so you hit him for 2 plus whatever you rolled, because his margin was 0. So you hit him for 5. Considering it's a bestial failure, we're going to give you 1 more to make it 6 because he halves it. So he takes 3 superficial damage.
Okay. Does it seem to do anything to him or no?
It's not going to do very much to him, no. He's a vampire, and you just hit him with the knife. You stuck a knife, right. He doesn't bleed or anything. Okay. Yeah. So he took 3 damage. That's quite a bit. He doesn't have very much. He's still not impaired, but he is pretty fucked up. But he's not impaired, so he doesn't have a penalty to anything yet. Okay. Next turn. Okay, what are you doing with this next turn? Turn 2 of combat. You gonna fight him again? Stab him again?
I can't bite him, right?
Yeah, you can bite him. It's a grapple.
What would be more effective? Trying to bite him?
Then no, not really.
Okay, then I'm just gonna stab him again.
Okay. Well, he can't really mesmerize you. He can attempt to, but he has to get your eyes to meet his eyes. Is very difficult. But this isn't working, so he is going to attempt to break away and run away. Break away from you and run. Okay, make your roll, and he's going to make a dodge roll, which is athletics and dexterity. He is not a combat character. Okay, so you hit him for 2 plus 2 is 4. He only takes 2 because he's a vampire, but now he is in impairment. He has physical impairment and gets -2 physical dice to every physical roll he makes. And considering he's only been rolling like 2 or 3 dice, that ain't good. But he is running away. He's like stumbling over his own feet and running and screaming. Ah!
Okay.
We hear this downstairs.
Yeah, you hear
now, right?
you hear the screaming downstairs.
I'm gonna to go up behind him.
And it's loud. He screams loud.
Well,
and the
I'm gonna.
Let's see. I'm gonna make 1 die roll. the higher it is, the more likely that people in the rose garden hear him scream. Eh. Maybe some guard heard and looked over and like, what was that? And everybody was like, nothing. The wind. But if he keeps screaming.
Okay.
Yeah, so what are we doing upstairs? You guys hear
We're gonna hear that
Aaron
screaming. We're
Hopkins
gonna want to run
scream.
down.
He screamed. What does he scream? He screams something like, get off me, you bitch!
Say, damn it, Milo. Start running back down
Okay.
and calling for everybody to follow me.
Okay.
And I say to Bright, keep an eye out behind us.
Okay, I got you. He's got his gun out and he's watching behind. Okay, downstairs.
Try to run. Yeah.
What's Milo doing? You gonna chase him?
He's crawling away from me.
He's crawling and getting up on his feet and taking off running.
Oh, well, I'm gonna chase him.
Okay.
If I can tackle him and stab him again, that's what we want to do.
Yep. Okay.
I'd rather.
Given your superior dexterity and his impairment, you don't have any problem tackling him. So we're just gonna go with another melee versus dodge. He's trying to dodge and get away, but now he only rolls one die because you can always roll one die.
At this point, can I like jump, like knock him down where I'm on his back and then slit his throat?
Sure.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
And I do the same roll?
Yep. Melee and dexterity.
Alright. Melee.
He got one die success of trying to be slippery when you get on top of him. Nope, you got him. Yeah, we're just going to put him into torpor. He actually still has a little bit left, but we're just going to put him in torpor because he's certainly not winning. So yeah, you split open his throat, and his body just goes stiff and rigid, and he just mumbles out, "You suck," and then his body just goes right into rigor mortis like he's been dead for a week.
And I feel amazing.
Yep, you got your compulsion cleared.
I sigh with contentment.
They come running down the stairs just as you stand up.
I stand up all happy. Yeah. Life is grand.
To her, what happened? And I
Say
look
that.
over her shoulder.
Oh, I took care of it.
Why'd you attack?
Did you not hear what he was going to do? Trust me, when I came down here and if you saw his face, you probably would have done the same.
And Jessica goes and runs over to his side. Because all of a sudden she just became lucid.
That does suck, though. It does. Like, I genuinely do feel bad for her. Not for him, but for her, I do.
So why did he attack you? What did he say? Why did you slit his throat?
I came down, and you heard Jessica repeat what he's saying. So
Yes.
So I'm coming down the stairs, and he said, Lynn can't remember exactly. But, he said, oh, finally, I feel like myself again. He's scratching. He said, no more of this family bullshit or something like that. And then he said, there's just one more that I have to take care of, which means Jessica. And I'm sorry, but no. So.
Hey, that's fair. Let's take his body and go out to the rose garden.
Okay.
And I'll just, someone wants to help me, like, pick up his body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Hector probably does that because he's the buffest one.
Yeah.
If you can just throw him over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Just carry him for now.
Okay, you guys go out the back door to the rose garden?
Yeah.
You have a
Mhm.
little bit of lawn and stuff before you get to the rose garden, and the first one to notice you coming are the guards, the 5 guards of Goldman, and they pull guns out on you, and then James and Goldman both turn and see you guys coming. And says, "Put that shit down," Goldman says, and they put down he doesn't cuss them. He says, "Put your guns down," and his guards put their guns down.
Okay. Uh, as we get closer, how do they react when they see? Because I don't say anything yet. How do they react when they see Hector carrying Aaron's body?
Um, that's a good question. I really don't think anybody cares.
Okay,
I really don't.
that's
I mean, it's
acceptable.
kind of be like there's some curious looks. I guess
I'm
Prince
just
James will be what happened to Aaron as you guys come in.
he was a threat.
He was a threat.
Mhm.
Uh,
According to Mila, he had just stated that he was going to kill Jessica and imply that he killed his childer.
he killed his
I don't.
child.
So
Yeah, I
we
don't.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he did that. But I think okay. I
They
mean,
were in there
if
like 30 minutes ago.
he
So
when we first got here, he was banging his head against the wall, and he was saying that um he lost his sire and he lost his childer, and he no longer had his power. And then something was telling him you can get your powers back. All you have to do is kill. So I went to go check on that to make sure he wasn't gonna come kill us or try to kill y'all. You guys. I'm sure Miley wouldn't say y'all. Come kill you guys. Um, and as I went down there, he had a very sinister look, and he said he didn't know I was there. He's just talking out loud, and he said, "No more of this family bullshit. There's only one left to take care of," implying he would kill Jessica. So I made sure he was not a threat anymore.
As James listens to Milo's speech, you can see him getting angrier and angrier. And then she stops. Then he looks at Goldman and he points his finger. "You son of a bitch! What the hell did you do to him?" And Goldman says, "Wow, I didn't do anything. The 3 of them were in there fine. They were guarding your home."
uh,
Wait, wait a
Craig.
minute. Creed, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say. Craig's gonna say that he's gonna mention that something killed Melissa and the doctor too. And there's okay. What's the thing with the sand though?
The sand, when kindred are killed, they turn into a pile of black ash.
Oh no, did you say? Oh, I knew
Yeah,
the ash,
dust
but
and
was
sand. Yeah.
okay. Never mind. I mean, I thought you said like sand, like it was like
No,
I
it's
thought a
dust.
mummy was gonna
It's
join the
dust and
game.
sand. No, no, it's not a mummy.
Okay,
It's a dead
okay,
vampire.
okay. Yeah, Melissa and the doc, they're dead again.
Mhm. They were ash or dust.
Goldman snaps his fingers and and motions for the guards to go in the house. 3 of the guards go into the 3 of his guards go into the house. The other 2 are more alert and watching that direction.
Wait. Goldman, bring them back.
Back, come back. And they come back.
Respectfully, sir, we should not divide forces right now. What happened here? Obviously, it was an attack, but please give us a rundown so that we can come up with our next steps properly.
Goldman glances over at James. Apparently, whatever was happening here was from before he got here. The the Sabat attacked the home. They were waiting for us. They were already in the house. Actually, their thralls already in the house when we woke. All the uh, all the people screamed. I woke up to screaming. Grabbed my gun. Yeah, started taking care of business. It wasn't until we got everything under control that I even started hearing about the bombs. They hit my hotel again. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was just thralls and enemy kindred.
Yeah, there was some enemy kindred. They didn't get it was thralls at first, and then kindred. Then doesn't seem to have been any shovelheads.
They targeted our. They targeted us in some other areas with shovelheads. Um, now, but you fought off the attack.
We did. And he looks over at Sheriff Alex and his guards, who were wearing the same uniforms as a couple of other guards that you spotted laying dead throughout the house.
Okay. Now, what was this about Hopkins' Chowder being alive moments ago? How recently did you see them alive?
When did we get here? Goldman says to Eric Masters and Cynthia Villarreal. Villarreal says it hasn't been that long. 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Masters nods. Yeah, probably 20 minutes. They were in there fine.
So,
They greeted us,
in between,
sent us back
in
here.
be- so in between your arrival, James, when Goldman arrived, was the fight already over?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Okay. Now we
It
need to
actually
search the
wasn't. They
building.
didn't attack with very impressive numbers. They were expecting to beat me. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. Unless they just wanted to keep me occupied.
Mhm.
They've launched shovelhead attacks on multiple high population areas,
Yeah, that's
caused
what I'm
maximum
hearing.
casualties.
That's what I hear.
We helped out with some of it, but it's still a bad situation. We need a coordinated and unified response. But first and foremost, we don't know if it was Hopkins who killed his chowder. And based on his performance against Milo just now, I doubt it. So let's together search and secure this building.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, can you walk? Prince James looks back at his two guards, where one guy is helping the other guy. Says, "I'm fine, sir. Not quite 100%, sir, but I'm good to go."
Where is Jessica at this point, and what is she doing?
I don't know. I think
Okay.
I think she might still be with Aaron. I don't know. Maybe you guys dragged her along.
I don't
We
know.
would
My,
have dragged her along. Well, I mean, but Aaron's with us because Hector
Oh,
has
that's
the
right.
body.
Yeah. So she's
she's
paying
there.
attention
She's.
to him. Yeah. Because you
I'm
guys.
just concerned because if something was able to get in Aaron's head, something could get into Jessica's head. So I'm watching her very carefully,
Okay.
looking for any signs of that happening.
She still seems to be lucid
Okay.
because her connection to Aaron was severed when he lost consciousness. Um. Okay. All right. And you guys are going as a group back into the house.
Yes.
Okay. Who's gonna lead the way?
I'll take the lead.
Okay.
And I'll have in terms of formation, I want to keep everybody sort of together.
Okay.
Um, so if we can keep the princes and the primogen towards the back, put three of the security, not including James's insert security, with them covering the rear,
Okay.
and then pull two of the security with Alex to the front with me, Hector, and the gang.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be acceptable.
Okay. Then that's what you got going. and you guys really have no idea what you're looking for. So Jessica has on her. What did you guys just left Aaron in the rose bushes?
I assumed Hector was still carrying him.
I don't know.
I mean,
It. I think.
I think we might as well just leave him in the bushes. Unless
Yeah.
somebody wakes him up, he's out for probably months.
Let's take him back into the house and then just lay him on the kitchen floor.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot he's not dead.
No, he's not dead.
Yeah,
Then
he's
I
just
don't.
in torpor.
He's in torpor.
I take that back. I had no feelings of guilt at all.
Okay.
Not that that
Yeah.
matters. It does
I mean,
to
if
me.
anything, just to seal the deal, we could stake his heart so he's paralyzed. But I don't think that's necessary right now. He's a little baby.
Right. It's possible that if something was influencing him, that we can find out what it is and not have it happen again or whatever.
yeah, like we can tie him up, wake him up, and then grill him.
Yeah.
Mhm. But for now, he's safe and he's not a threat to anybody, so that's what matters.
Okay. So you guys, when you go inside the kitchen, you just leave him laying on the floor. Okay.
Yeah. We'll pick him up later. Once we've secured the building, then we can figure out what's next. But just finish what we were doing. How many floors? Asked James.
There are 3.
Is there a basement?
There is a basement. So there are 4
Right.
floors. 3 floors and a basement. The basement isn't much. It's like a wine cellar.
But no attic, right?
Let's.
You just got some like foodstuffs and it's
Let's
mostly just
quickly.
storage. But I mean,
Let's
you still
quickly
need to
search
check
the
it.
basement just to be. Let's quickly search the basement just to be safe,
Okay.
and then go from bottom to top.
Okay.
So start by searching the basement.
Okay. In the basement. It's pretty much what he said, and there's not any sign of having been battle down here.
Good.
But there's like kegs of beer
Yeah.
and it's just storage for a party house.
Cool. Cool.
Everything you would expect to find.
Just want to make sure nobody.
There's probably
snuck down here.
some lockers also for for guard stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
then
that
could we
makes
go back
sense.
up to the first floor? Just
Okay.
search that real quick. Make sure we've checked everywhere on the first floor.
Okay. You're using it's dark. So
I'll pull out a flashlight at this
Okay.
point.
Yep, and you guys don't find everything. Everything is still the same. You find obviously that the piles of dust that were uh, Melissa and Walter Triton, where he was sitting in as he was banging his head against the wall. There's a blood smear against the wall, but it's not like a human's blood smear would be. It's just, because he didn't really bleed. It's just smeared. There was no runny. Other than that, it's just a mess because there was a firefight in here. But you don't find anything.
Okay. Second floor to finish what we started.
Okay, you're going through all the rooms.
Yeah, it's just a main sweep of the building just to make sure that nobody is here that we don't know about.
Yep, you're not finding anything. And then you check the 3rd floor, and you still don't find anything.
Okay.
Well, it seems
right.
safe, Goldman says.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the first floor. Post guards at entrances and exits to make sure nobody gets the jump on us. And then we need to talk about next steps.
Okay. Yep, and you guys are on the 1st floor, and you got guards posted. So you feel pretty safe in the main hall.
I wonder where Mahira went.
What? You don't know. She went invisible, and she is somewhere.
I'm just curious.
Jessica actually spots her a couple of times, but she didn't bring up anything because Mahira is hiding and safely on your guys' side. So
Right. Okay.
Now, there is obviously the ongoing crisis of leadership, but right now, I think we can all agree that we need a unified Camarilla Anarch response against the Sabbat incursion that is still ongoing.
there's no anarchs here except for him. Goldman looks at Hector. Any word from Baron Vincent? Goldman says.
All we
No,
know
I
is
think
that
Eric.
his
I think Masters says that. Any word from Baron Vincent?
I give Eric just a look of suspicion because I know that there's some shady stuff with him. But I don't. It's not the time. Well, maybe it is the time. Really quickly, Seston, could you just remind the players what was going on with Eric that was suspicious? His
You
connections to
brought
Sabat?
up the possibility or the likelihood that Rodrigo was still around, and his poker face didn't hold, and you're pretty sure he already knew it. That's what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So it's likely that this attack has been coordinated by Rodrigo, though he hasn't shown his face, as far as I know. And I just give Eric a sideways glance. And I sort of make that noticeable that I gave him that glance.
James looks at Eric. Goldman looks at James. Villarreal looks at James. Sheriff Alex is looking at everybody.
We all hate each other. Great. So, there are a few locations that have been hit. There's also lupines in the city.
Oh, fuck, James says.
We ran into one.
Where?
He didn't seem to be.
What's the deal? Tell us the story.
Who's that?
That's James.
We
What's
ran
going
into
on with
one.
lupines?
He was on a rooftop. He didn't really pay us any mind, though we very quickly got out of there.
That was smart.
I don't know what their business is, but it doesn't seem that they're not with the Sabbat at all, because we actually had ran into some Sabbat kindred, and as soon as we heard the howl of the werewolf, well, we both got out of there quickly.
Okay.
So they have their own business. I don't know if this means anything to any of you, but, and I know this is Malkavian stuff, but Jessica saw strange creatures that only she could see that seemed to be feeding on people's psyches.
Well, James takes a glance over to the floor where Hopkins is laying in torpor. Well, we can't ask him if he knows anything. And he looks at Villarreal. You're the only other Auspex user here. Have you seen anything? Just I can't sense the unseen. She says. So no, and I haven't heard of anything like that ever. So, no.
We'll table that then. We have obviously their primary objective. We need to rebuff the last locations of the Sabbat incursion that are occurring. Second, we need to triage on Camarilla breaks. Or not Camarilla breaks. What's it called? Masquerade breaks.
Yeah, that we definitely do. Goldman says.
So that is the primary objective. Because we just need to save lives here of all kinds.
And
So
Eric Masters says, "Well, now that we're all here, let's get this sorted. Who's Prince? Let's get this sorted right now. If we have to have a duel, then so be it. We can't afford to keep having this conflict."
now is not the time to do it, because if we try to settle it now, it's only going to divide. Okay?
We are already divided. This happened because we're divided.
Look, this isn't the time, Eric. We need to delegate. What we need to do is we need to identify our areas of issues, and then each side needs to delegate their own resources to cover the different areas.
Well, that's what we were doing. But yeah.
And then do we remember how many areas that haven't been addressed yet that we were given from Emily's intel?
4.
The Walmarts, I don't even think we even
Yeah,
touched.
the Walmarts you haven't touched, but that doesn't mean that they aren't being settled by other people and plus cops and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there are also 2 more construction sites. And then the Ventru Bank was bombed.
Yes.
You guys haven't discussed that at all.
Yeah.
But that happened during the day.
Yeah. Okay. Who has more resources available in terms of manpower right now?
Goldman, James says.
Okay. And the construction, this is just a Sestonn question. The construction sites are properties of Ventru, right?
Yes, Emily told you that. All 3 construction sites were properties of Ventru. They might not know that yet, but Emily knows it and told you.
I think it only makes sense that Goldman, you send your forces to try to deal with the attacks that are on the Ventru properties that have occurred. Well, James, you can send your resources to help deal with the situations at the Walmarts for whatever can be done. They may have already been handled and stabilized, but if that's the case, then we just need to immediately transition to masquerade breaches.
Goldman and James are kind of just staring at each other. Make me a charisma and leadership check.
Okay. This ain't gonna be good, but we're gonna try. Could I actually, for
You can
this,
bump it
I'd
by
like
2
to
dice,
rouse.
yes. With a
Yeah, I'd
rouse
like
check.
to do a rouse check. Yeah, see if I can bump my charisma by 2. Rousing success.
Cool. Add 2 dice.
All right, so charisma 3 instead of 1
Mhm.
is how that's gonna be. I should have just done +2, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Just reset it back if you changed it.
Uh,
You got
that's
2
2 successes.
successes. Okay.
Probably not gonna cut it against people like that.
I mean, that's relevant. 2 successes in given the speech you made. Yeah, James and Goldman, we're gonna settle this. We'll tomorrow. We'll settle this tomorrow. Let's clean up the mess right now. We have to get this cleaned up. And James just, yeah, I agree. We could settle this tomorrow. He says, don't think I forget about the murder you did on my grandchild. And James just cracks this smile. Oh, I'm sure you aren't going to forget that. And Goldman walks away. And his security comes and forms around him. And
Did Jack explain to tell everybody about like how he's got his suspicions with powers?
no,
Or was that just like
told you
something
guys.
that Jack noticed that he?
Yeah, he told you
Okay.
guys. So Craig knows.
Okay, I wanted to make sure.
Okay. Cynthia stays behind, and Eric Masters is looking between the two of them like, I'm not sure if I should go with Goldman or stay here, is kind of the look he has on his face. And
Oh,
James
and
looks
oh shoot.
James looks at Alex, and he says, "Get some people sent to those WalMarts." Yes, sir. I'll be on
I
it.
do want to run to Goldman real quick, and I
Okay.
want to just very quickly grab his ear,
Yeah.
and I just want to whisper to him. I think Eric knew Rodrigo was alive.
And he stops mid-step. What makes you think that?
This is just me gauging his reaction. And I told all of you. He tried to feign surprise, but I think he knew. It's my gut instinct alone. It's not evidence,
Okay.
but you need to know.
Yeah, be suspicious. Okay. All right, we need to keep an eye on him then.
I can investigate him later.
Okay. Okay, I'll keep my eye open. I got to get these construction sites under control.
Good luck, sir. I hope you can save lives.
Yeah, me too. I hope we don't have to destroy too many.
Okay.
And he leaves with his security guards.
Right.
And
Okay.
Alex, the sheriff, is on the phone and walking outside. James and Villarreal are talking, and Eric Masters walks over and starts talking with them.
Are there any locations that we know of that aren't being covered right now? Based on
No,
the
I mean,
dispatches that just occurred?
yeah, considering the dispatches that just occurred, the people looking into them, everything should be at least being looked into.
Can we who's our contact? Who's our POC for Emily?
Emily, you have her own
No, no,
number.
no. I mean, who's the person that she's primarily been communicating with?
Oh, every text she sent hit all of your phones at the same time.
Okay. Can we call or text her back just new sites question marks
Okay.
or new attacks?
Do you say attacks? Because everything she sent was in code for parties.
Okay, then yeah, I'll replicate that code.
Okay.
Like any parties going on.
These parties are have calmed down. Any other parties?
Yeah, exactly. Just like that's like
Okay.
party at the frat sucks. Anything new?
Let's see. Man, I was gonna pull up the phone, but I don't find it. Um, Nothing yet is the response. Nothing yet. I got my eyes looking, or my feelers are out there.
Okay. And then I just want to follow up with any news about prefects, which I'm hoping she interprets as like code for Inquisition.
Okay. I think your prefects might have visited the what's it called? The Noche Vita party. But she says think, it's in quotation marks. Like she put air quotes on it through text.
Another reason to
think
stay away from there.
Yeah. So maybe that's why it was actually on fire.
They just use it as an opportunity for like surround the building, now burn it down.
I mean, if you think about it, that is the if since they know all of the businesses that's been going around, and Noche Vida did not close, that is the most primary attack place for them.
At this point, if everybody's okay with it, I'd like for us to just sort of drive a circuit um, around sort of like around the central area of like sort of just around El Paso, not going super
Okay.
far out in any direction, but just like waiting to see if we get news so we can respond while also trying to just like keep an eye out for anything we're seeing.
Okay.
Because I'm certain that there's stuff that's happening that we're just not getting
Okay. Well,
reports
we're
on at
jumping
all.
ahead just a little bit. So as
Okay.
you guys are leaving the house to head to your car, you hear the screech of tires. And you see 3 cars speeding down the road towards you.
Bad. Okay. Um,
They'll be here
how
in
close?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. Okay. Um,
You very
3
slow.
cars. Just well, it's dark. We don't know what kind of car. And are we out by our vehicle?
You're like halfway to your car. Yeah.
I think maybe we should fall back to the house.
Yes, that's what I was going to
Okay,
say.
you grab everybody. So is Bright. And you're like,
Yeah,
fall back, fall
backtrack.
back. And the cars come and you hear automatic gunfire coming from them. And they're just shooting up the house. And then guys start climbing out of the cars.
Oh shit.
How many? Do we know how many are
About
coming at us?
12.
12. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Goldman has already
Um,
left. He left about 2 minutes ago.
wait,
But everybody else is still here. Goldman and his security guys left. The sheriff is still here. And then the last time you saw, the 3 of the others were talking with each other in the rose garden. In the house. Sheriff Ortiz went out into the rose garden to make his calls.
why don't? Oh, sorry, my dog just scared my cat. I think what we should do is we should basically like fall into the house and wait for them to try to come in and just sort of ambush them as they're coming in.
Okay, so yeah, you fall back. Prince James redraws his gun and runs over. What the fuck is happening? And Sheriff Ortiz comes running back into the house, and Eric Masters and Cynthia Villarreal are they like overturn a table and hide behind it. Neither of them being a combatant person.
Yeah. I just yell at them. That table's not going to stop bullets. Go further back.
Okay, and they look at each other and then they go take off, running around the back.
Yeah. If we could just take different angles,
Okay.
just
And the front of the house is taking automatic fire from 12 different people. They are not advancing. They're just taking fire all over the front of the house.
just hunker down.
Yeah.
James takes
Let
a
them do
couple of
that all
shots.
day.
I imagine Jack and Bright take a couple of shots.
But yeah. If they're giving us openings, yeah, I'd
Yeah,
take
well,
a shot.
you're not really getting openings, but Every time that it looks like you don't hit anybody, but you might take a shot. Bright takes a shot. James takes a shot. Okay.
So these are regular bullets. They're not like what do you call it? Like dragon breath or
Incendiary.
anything that would be specific for vampires that we
Not
can
that
tell. I
you
know they're
notice.
fly.
No, no.
Okay.
These are bullets. Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe they're bullets that were dipped in holy water, but they're bullets.
True.
They're not hitting the wall and then exploding in fire, so that's good.
Yeah, that's a good start.
They're not the roughest rounds. Okay, what's the plan? I guess that'll be Prince James saying that. What's the plan? Looking at you guys. At all you guys.
Is there an escape route through the back?
Through the out the garden.
Is there a vehicle back there?
No.
Well, we could either hold up, go further up, wait for them to bust in, ambush them as they keep going, or we run out through the back on foot.
I can call Goldman back. Eric Masters yells out from his spot on the other side of the wall to the kitchen.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll call. I'll call him.
Okay.
Does he pick up?
Yeah, you call him now? No.
Yeah.
The phone is not answering.
Cool. He's not picking up.
Well, that ain't good.
Is that Eric Masters again?
Yeah, I guess he probably didn't use that frame, though. He said, that's not good, because he's a little bit more official. I got too many NPCs in my head. Plus, even when I only have one, I still have to correct the things I say a lot.
I say we just run out the back and just. Well, I mean, we'd have to escape on foot, and I don't know if we have. I don't know. I mean, these are guys, right?
Maybe?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who are they? What? Is it
They're
Sabat?
probably.
Who are they?
They could not be Sabat. They could, God forbid, be Inquisition. But I feel like they'd probably use incendiary rounds if they were.
Yeah, they wouldn't be.
They just light the place up and then just keep us from escaping.
Virial is crawling over this way, so she can get a look out the door. I have heightened senses. Maybe I can see something.
Don't get your face blown off.
Well, maybe I can hear something.
You'll see over the gunfire. Are they still firing at us?
No.
Okay.
Occasionally, anytime there's any movement whatsoever.
Do we have any of those Molotov cocktails left over?
I don't think so.
Darn.
If you did, they'll probably be in the car. But I don't think so. I think you made 2.
Yeah. That's fair.
You hear gunfire go off. But there's not bullets coming in.
Can I take a second to try to peek my head up and see what's going on?
They seem to one of the car all the way to your left. The guys that came out of it seem to be shooting at something close to them instead of at you guys. So then the other cars are, their attention is going that way. So everyone's looking away from you right now.
What are they looking at?
They seem to be fighting somebody.
Can I get a look at who it is?
Make me a wits and awareness roll.
It's not that great. I'm gonna willpower reroll those 3.
Okay.
That's
You still got 2.
trash. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
In this darkness with 2 successes, no, you can't tell who or what they're fighting. It looks like it's not a huge number of guys. They seem to be focused on one point. Like they're go around the car, and the guy goes around the car. So but it looks like there's only 3 of them there now, not 4, and they seem to be trying to. They were attacked, and they're trying to figure out what happened or kill that person.
Then I want to take a shot at one of them while I've got a chance. One of the other guys.
Go for
Their
it.
back's turned.
Mm-hmm.
So, ideally, if I can get a headshot on these guys. And then I think that's. Remind me again, is it +1 to my firearms rolls or +1 to my damage rolls for
The specialty
specials?
is +1 to the roll, to the attack.
Yeah. 3.
3. Okay, he needs to make a probably like a 4 die. That sounds good. 2. So you hit him for 1 plus the 3 from your pistol. You hit him for 4. If he's a vampire, he'll only take half. If he's not a vampire, he took 4. A human with 2 stamina will have 3 hit points, and that 4 will have been aggravated damage. And that is the appearance that you get. He took it, he went flying backwards, and he's all fucked up now. And yeah, he didn't react like a vampire who barely got punched. He reacted like a human that just got shot and is probably going to bleed out and die in an hour.
Cool. I think they're
And
human.
now the bullets start coming towards your door again.
Yeah, I'm back down.
But there's only 10 of them now. Okay. And as we approach our 9-minute mark, I will give you guys a little something extra. Cynthia Villarreal pulls out a gun and shoots Prince James in the head.
What? No.
And she does it with this much speed. Let me pull it out and read it to you. Okay, the world around them slows to a crawl. The vampire can aim and throw or fire any weapon at a target as if it were stationary. Used before making a ranged attack, the target makes no roll to dodge or defend. Make the attack at difficulty 1. An opponent possessing celerity 5 can nullify this power by making their own rouse check, defending at the same speed. So Prince James makes this rouse check. And he is now making the dodge. So I need to make the rolls for both of them. So this happens so fast that it's a blur to both of you, to all of you. You guys barely see them move. This is not going to be good for her. She didn't know that he was quicker than her. She gets a 1 die modifier. Boom. Well, that was a good roll. And then we need to roll for Prince James. Where Where's James? He should be up here on top too. Okay, and then he makes a dodge roll. Athletics and dexterity. So she hits him for 2. So you see this movement. She pulls her gun and fires, and it's instant. Like, I don't have a better description than instant. You guys barely even managed to see it. There's absolutely nothing you could have done to react to it. Prince James, on the other hand, does attempt to react to it. And he is just as fast. And the two of them, she shoots him. He attempts to dodge. Fire goes off. It's a bright phosphorus light. And Prince James takes this phosphorus round, this dragon's breath round, in his shoulder, where he takes 4 aggravated damage. And of course, the guns from the outside are going off. Takes 4 aggravated damage. He has 2 left, just to let you know how fucked up he is. He has 2 hit points left. And now you guys get to decide what you're going to do.
Just off the bat, I'm just wondering what Eric is doing.
Okay, so you glance at Eric with your suspicion. And he is stepping out from the kitchen, from where she had crawled from. They went and both hid behind the kitchen wall. He is stepping out from the kitchen. And as you watch him, his shape is changing.
Oh, shit.
Well,
and we're going to delete Eric Masters from here. And as he takes a step forward into you guys' room, you watch his form change. He thickens
son
out
of a
a little
bitch, it's
bit.
Rodrigo.
Yeah, he thickens out a little bit. Stops being so thin. His hair goes dark.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes change. And this is his appearance. But it's not stopping. Within, 3 or 4 seconds, this is the form he has. But it's not stopping. He's growing taller. His arms are thickening out. Giant bat wings are sprouting out of his back. Horns are growing out the top of his head. And long, saber claws, long, like 12-inch bladed claws, are coming out of his hands. And he has to make a rouse check. He can re-roll it if he fails. No, he can't. Yes, he can. No, he can't. He can re-roll level 3. I think this might be... No, this is level 3. No, this is level 4. But he passed anyway. So, I don't have a picture for that, because I'm like using real pictures of people, and nobody drew that for me. So yeah, he is... If you want to imagine this face morphed and changed into Skyrim's greater vampire guys, only with actual wings instead of just the wingy bone things they got coming out their back.
I'm not getting an image. Did anybody else get an image? I haven't gotten an image.
They didn't put it?
Yeah.
I see it on Roll20, his human appearance.
Yeah.
Because I still see like the whole, the one where you showed everybody in the rose garden with the rose background.
Yeah, that's it. I changed.
Oh, okay. So he's
I changed Eric Power's picture to Rodrigo de Segovia.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he's a Samitsi.
Yeah, Rodrigo was a Zamitsu. Nobody ever told you that? They knew that.
Nobody told me that. I look up disciplines a lot. That's the only reason I know now. I mean,
Yeah,
Craig doesn't know.
we knew.
Okay, so that's where we're going to stop. Cynthia Vial just attempted to assassinate Prince James and didn't get the job done, but hurt him quite a damn lot. And Rodrigo is taking what the Zamitsi call their horrid form. He is standing close to 10 feet tall. This is a large hall, by the way. So he's not like, his head's not up against the ceiling yet. And like big bat wings that are coming out that may not actually let him fly, but you're pretty sure he'd be able to glide with them. And huge, long, bladed saber fingernails.
Oh, great.
Busting out the boss fight.
And he's also got like horns coming out of his head. And that's all happening. And just to finish us off, with Villarreal sees him, she gets this horrible panicked look on her face. And that's where we'll stop.
Let's I expect Dark Souls boss music next session.
Okay.
Better be.
I mean, I can't legally
I'm
play
kidding.
it. I can't legally play it.
Yeah.
I'll look for something.
Yeah, you did. Gosh. Oh man. Gotta bust out the freaking
So yeah, you got guys
boss.
outside with automatic guns. Mahira is dealing with them one at a time. And you've got Prince James, who's almost dead. Cynthia Villarreal, who shot him and is now completely panicked that the guy she was listening to was actually Rodrigo. Sheriff Alex is in here with you guys. Goldman is who knows where. He just left a few minutes ago, but when you called, nothing happened, so maybe there's a second attack going against him. This is the real attack that was planned, although it was actually planned for him to still be here. So.
Oh, my idea was for us to just head out and make Goldman, because Craig wanted to say to have Powers go with them, so they can keep an eye on them. But now I'm glad he didn't say anything.
You wouldn't,
even though it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah.
You didn't have. You guys, I mean, you guys were like planning what we're gonna do for the next 20 minutes when you actually only had like 2 minutes. So you had your plan, and then you started walking out to the car, and that's when everything happened. So hopefully, when we wrap this up next session, hopefully Hector will be here to kill people, because that's his job, that's his thing. And maybe Jessica will be here too, so she can fire at people with her one firearms. She missed out her part of the story.
I want to steal Cynthia's pistol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody please take Cynthia's pistol.
It's already fired. It's shot. Dragon's Blood only has 1 round. By the way, she still has it in her hand. You'll have to take it. But well, I mean, she went so fast you couldn't really tell, but I can tell you it's a pistol, but it's got like a really wide barrel, like a 12 gauge barrel on it.
Oh, like one of those like shotgun handguns where
like
it has like one or two.
And well, it has one. And it was packed with a dragon's breath phosphorescent rounds. Phosphorus rounds.
I never considered that.
So it's
Eric
like
Masters
it's like
was
yeah. And I wish Serious Just was here because he knew. He was like, he played Eric Masters in our scene. Just like Lynn knew that Cynthia was trying to kill Prince James.
I did know that. Yep.
Here we are.
So you're calling it next time somebody's gonna die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys did lose your whole Malkavian clan except for Jessica.
Yep.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I
feel
mean,
bad.
Aaron's still here, but
Yeah.
he's broken.
Well, he
You know
needs
what they say: mess
to
with the
bring it in.
cactus, get the spines.
Yeah.
That's right.
At
Don't
least
you
one,
dare stick it.
at least one person knows that, says that.
Mm.
Oh,
All we
wow.
gotta do is just focus on Rodrigo. If we kill Rodrigo, all the men will panic.
They sure will.
Oh shoot! You know who it was that was attacking those guys? It was Mahira.
Mm-hmm.
She totally snuck up on one of them and like shanked him, and that's what freaked him out.
Yep.
That's her name, right? Mahira.
That's her name. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely what that was.
To be a werewolf. It's like, oh shit.
You know what? At this point, I would welcome a werewolf because I feel like the first thing it would do is square up with Rodrigo,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
most likely would.
That's true. So
and we
maybe
could just sit back, take some popcorn out of one of the things, pop it in the microwave. It's still functioning.
we'll
Mm.
just beat up whoever makes it out barely alive. Finish him off.
How do you attract a werewolf?
How would a single werewolf fare against somebody Rodrigo's level who's decided to
In
go
this
powered
edition
up?
of Vampire, a whole lot better. In the previous editions, where you could just unload your blood pool, I had that scene in a werewolf game that I ran in the 90s, and they were, they'd been beating up vampires all day, and vampires are dumb, and then they fought the. It was just like that Underworld scene. Did you guys ever watch Underworld?
Which one? I
The
just saw the
first one.
first one.
The first one, where the Lycan goes and attacks the I don't remember his name, but
The
the
one played
elder.
by Mewtwo.
Yeah,
It was the same actor who played Mewtwo in the Detective Pikachu, right?
yeah, I think it was. And he just grabbed him and picked him up and broke his neck and threw him like it was nothing. Yeah, it's not so bad
Oh.
in fifth edition. Werewolves are much more. They're much nastier, and the elder vampires aren't as nasty as they were. So,
Ooh.
in fact, I think
Okay.
you
So
guys can actually kill Rodrigo, where in previous editions you wouldn't have been able to.
Well,
Oh.
I guess
That's
we'll
let's
find.
Yeah, we'll
hope
find
so.
out.
All
Okay.
right.
And
Oh, that's good to know.
yep, everybody gets an experience except for the people that didn't show up.
Oh, that's right. This game has experience.
Yep.
Oh god, I gotta spend it
I know.
because I'm about to die. So I've got 13 to spend. It's probably gonna go into something related to shooting.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll
Firearms
see.
itself is 3 times new rating. So what do you have in it?
I have 3 right now,
So if you were to
so
buy the fourth one, that'll cost 12.
well, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe not. But what is it for increasing just your traits?
5 times new rating.
5 times the new rating?
Yeah.
I'd have to do 20 to boost my wits.
Yep. That's
I
a lot.
Yeah.
want.
And then I've got powers, discipline powers, but I don't know if any of them would be good against Rodrigo.
I mean,
I
what
doubt
about
my
that?
dominate would even matter.
I kind of want to boost athletics just because I know
It's
that I
hard to
can put that
use.
on.
It's hard to use dominate in combat. You have
Yeah.
to get. You have to lock eyes unless you have the presence power to do it off your voice, which Goldman does have. But without that, you have to lock eyes.
Mhm.
So it is possible. I think we can handle it something similar to like how a called shot would be. It's easier with awe and harder with Daunt, since Daunt wants to repulse them and all wants to get their attention.
Yeah.
So
I do have. I have toughness. That might help.
Yeah. What's your question?
Oh no, I was gonna. I mean, I don't know if you could tell us this or not, but do we still have to worry about Cynthia trying to kill Prince James while we're dealing with Rodrigo?
Maybe.
It's like that's kind of what I'm worried about. That we're gonna start to be focused on Rodrigo, and then she's just gonna shank James.
Maybe.
Oh,
I
this is gonna
accidentally
be
pulled
fun.
fortitude out of discipline powers, so I gotta put it back in there. DF. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Anybody have anything you want to add? Anything you want to say? Congratulate anybody on? Talk about in general before we shut this off?
Nope.
I just, in retrospect, I just really wish Craig's like, because there were several times where I'm like, okay, he needs to transform, he needs to shapeshift, he needs to shapeshift. And I'm like, what if I need to talk? Like that's the only
Right.
thing with shapeshift is that's a pretty big loss, the ability to talk. I know it doesn't seem like much, but like I can't yeah, no. I'm
Yep.
like shapeshift. No, what if I need to say something?
Yep. Wolves don't talk very good.
Yeah.
Was
well,
anybody not surprised that Eric Powers was Rodrigo? This is the guy that gave you your security van, your surveillance van.
Was there
Wait,
ever actually?
Was it not just that? See, I've interpreted
Eric
this
Masters.
as Eric Masters has been killed and replaced
Yeah.
with Rodrigo. But
He
are you
has
saying
That's what
been,
that
I
this is
but it was
Eric Masters was always
years ago.
Rodrigo?
Okay, so as far as we know,
As far
it's
as
always been.
you could still be of that opinion, most certainly, but that it was actually Rodrigo that got you your van.
Now I don't want to kill Rodrigo anymore. Kidding.
That van was all full of Sabat spy equipment.
Well, good thing we destroyed it.
Yep.
I mean, on accident, but we did destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised. I thought he was working for Rodrigo, not was Rodrigo.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping you would think.
Wow. Well, we're in trouble.
Okay, and we'll see if maybe you guys all die next time, or maybe you save stuff, or maybe Prince James dies, maybe all the Camarilla die, and this is Rodrigo's city now. Maybe you guys kill Rodrigo and become the heroes. Who knows who the prince will be? It depends on if James survives, and if Goldman survives his fight, which I think I will just like roll dice. So yeah, we'll see how this winds up. Who knows? Maybe one of you will be prince. Well, there's still the Rat King.
That's true. Or somebody could be like try to just eat James and then just attack Rodrigo with more power. Somebody could do that. That's enough.
It takes minutes.
Oh, never mind. That's not enough.
To Diablerize somebody. So yeah, I mean, if everything goes to shit, if all of these people die, then the Rat King will probably be prince.
Well,
if,
that's that. Nah, he
if
can't
all
be.
if
We
all
won't
these
allow
people
it.
die, but not Rodrigo, then this is going to be a Sabat city when we eventually come back to Vampire. I suppose if everybody dies, and including you guys, and Villarreal survives, she'll be prince. But pretty much, it's going to need you guys to die too in order for that to happen, because you saw what has happened.
If her and Milo are still alive, Milo will try to kill her, so she's gonna have to kill Milo too.
Yep. And then Iskander's out there somewhere. But he's out there in the...
Mahir is out there somewhere.
And Mahir is here. Iskander is finding out that that the Inquisition is who attacked the Noche Vida, the Gentleman's Club.
Oh,
What a mess.
If you guys went in there, you'd have found your first faith hunter.
dang it.
Ooh.
I'm mad we didn't go in.
Yeah.
That's okay. Instead, you ended
Oh.
up here. This might have resolved without you guys being here.
Hey, so where's Hunter gonna take place? Like,
El Paso.
at what time frame? Like around this time frame,
Yeah, it's
or
gonna be like the starting of our hunter thing will be the starting of our hunter thing.
Yes.
Like if we
What?
started on the 15th of November, that will be the day it is.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. I thought you meant the start of the. Okay, never mind.
I'm like,
Oh,
Every
That
story
sounds-
every story that we've done has started on the day that we started it.
right.
And
Okay.
hunter will be the same.
Okay.
And is it gonna be like after all these events? Like, I
Yes.
mean, of course they're not gonna know about like the vampire problems, but like the attacks and all that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep, this day is going to be recorded as the riots, the El Paso riots.
Huh.
And it's
Okay.
all going to be blamed on what's-her-face, the DA, who let all of the criminals out of jail for the last month.
Hmm.
Imagine just being a politician and you're just like,
Have you
I
guys
don't.
heard it? Have you heard anything about that?
No. She's
I
doing
haven't.
that?
Yeah,
Or he's doing
she's for the last month or 6 weeks or so, we've had like 1,000 people we just let out of jail because she didn't arraign them in
Oh,
the
wow.
in the 6 months or something that she has to arraign them.
Huh.
So
That's
we're
crazy.
trying to get rid of her. Can't remember her name.
Yvonne Rosales.
Yep, Yvonne Rosales. Yep.
Wow.
I mean,
This is a
I'm
judge.
sure there's well, she's the DA.
She wasn't. So they had been given bonds, but like their cases weren't being
Yeah,
progressed and they weren't
yeah,
given
the
arraignments.
cases were never even filed. So, they had to let them go after I think it's 6 months. But they had to
Yeah,
let them go.
that's
And
That's
some of them were, I think they said like 80% of them were just misdemeanors. So it wasn't that big a deal.
but
But
that means
some of them
20% were felonies.
yeah. And
right.
one
Like sex
one
there's
guy
some
came on the radio or something and he said he can't give names or anything, but there was for sure he was the defense attorney for a guy and he said that we don't want that guy back out on the street and he's back out on the street now.
that's
So
crazy.
so we know at least one, but probably a good handful of them have been released. And also they're talking about how if you were arrested for like breaking what do you call it? Like when you have a domestic dispute and she files papers so that you can't come around no more.
Violating an order of protection.
Yeah. So so you violate that. Well, it's been 6 months and now he's out. That kind of shit.
Jeez.
So
Hmm.
yep. So anyway, the Ventru are going to mold this all to be her fault.
Wow.
So, yeah.
All those
Yeah,
people
but
got released. They started
I will
eating
probably
people's
change her
faces.
name for the official story because I don't want to do any
Yeah.
harm to Yvonne
Oh, that's-
Rosales, but we're gonna just blame it on the DA, like nameless the DA.
I'm gonna say, imagine this is the video that takes off, and then all of a sudden, like, well, who's the DA of El Paso?
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets famous overnight.
Yep, that would be great.
It's just like the commentators. What did you think was going to happen? Of
Yeah.
course they were going to start eating people's faces. It was inevitable.
Okay, well, everybody got their experience. Did everybody spend whatever experience you want to spend?
I'm
I'll
still
spend it.
thinking.
I'll spend mine later.
Okay,
I'm
because
still
we
thinking.
probably only got one more session of this left, unless we need one
Yeah.
for resolution. And I don't like
Can-
doing a whole session for resolution, so we'll probably next time we might go a little bit late as we try to finish. Unless it looks like there's still a whole nother session left.
Alrighty. That's
Have a good night, guys.
Yep. Good
Have a
night.
good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Stop recording.